Yankee fans arrive to the stadium. They are acutely aware of the challenge ahead. Down 1-0 in a best-of-3 against their arch-rival from Boston. The Red Sox can seemingly do no wrong. But those same fans also know there is no team that has had more success in October than their Yankees. 27 World Championships, 60 postseason appearances. The calendar now says it's that time. All of a sudden, an entire season hinges on one game. It's do or die. Red Sox and Yankees. It's October.
Over a long regular season, patterns develop and trends form. But each game is defined by moments made.
That is gone!
It's about to get wild.
Now they're magnified because survival is on the line.
Masa Yoshida delivers. And Bregman down the line. Fair ball.
Bases loaded, no outs.
He got him, and the Red Sox take game one.
Make enough moments and move on.
The 11th walk-off win this season. Wow, what a catch.
The 9th home run for the Yankees.
Got it. 13th strikeout. He caught it!
It's that simple and that hard. Major League Baseball's wild card.
There is an October feel just after 6 o'clock here in the East. Many of the fans still filing in to watch Aaron Boone and Jazz Chisholm take on the Boston Red Sox. It is their better offensive lineup against Alex Cora's team tonight. And a young pitcher, Brian Bayo, gets another chance to shine against the Bronx Bombers. Welcome inside our booth. Buster Olney is down on the field. And, of course, David Cohn, who has worn both the Yankees and Red Sox uniform, a 5-time World Series winner. Eduardo Perez joining us here as well. Let's talk about last night. So many want to focus on all the decisions and the bases loaded, nobody out, 9th inning. But you can go back all the way to the 1st inning where Garrett Crochet established some dominance.
Absolutely, and if there was a title to this movie yesterday, it would have been called Stranded.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what happened in the 1st inning. First 2 hitters get on base, and what does Garrett Crochet do? He strikes out Cody Bellinger. After that, the double play induced, and he limits the pitches to 13. Then let's go to the 9th inning. Aroldis Chapman, all of a sudden, bases loaded, no outs. He goes with the split finger to get Giancarlo Stanton. Then Jazz Chisholm, weak fly ball to right, and then the strikeout and the pose. Aroldis Chapman continues his magical season.
And Aroldis Chapman will be available tonight. This is another all-hands-on-deck game, and the hands that Aaron Boone looks to, Carlos Rodon. Brian Bayo goes for Boston, Coney.
It's a good match. Brian Bayo's had his share of success in his career, both against the Yankees and here at Yankee Stadium. But Carlos Rodon has been every bit of the ace for the Yankees this year. Both he and Max Fried have both been ace-like this year. And his repertoire has changed. His fastball, his changeup, very, very good this year, and a lot of confidence. And, of course, Brian Bayo, when you look at his career at Yankee Stadium and a 1.44 ERA, he feels very comfortable in this ballpark, although he kind of struggled in September down the run, a 5.40 ERA in September for the Red Sox.
And his last start against the Yankees gave up 4 in 5. Boston's been in this situation before, and in their last 8 chances to clinch, they have won all 8. First pitch is coming up when we come. Yankees against the Red Sox in the postseason. The first 15 games, New York went 11-4, but as you can see, the last 10, Boston has won 9 of them. Yankees only 1. That included a bearded Kimbrel, a bloody sock, a guy named Steve Pearce coming through, and last night it was the combination of Crochet and Chapman keeping the left-handed hitters on the bench for the New York Yankees. Aaron Judge hitting the ball, and Aaron Boone says this is as good a team as he's had in his 8-year run here. Cora and Boone started the same season, and yet the feeling around both managers, especially after last night, very different. Carlos Rodon can change the entire tune of this thing, Buster.
Exactly right, Carl, and he gets the ball in a possible elimination game for the Yankees. He's been arguably the most consistent pitcher all year. The last time he failed to go 5 innings was 2 months ago. Now, this year, he has been much better on the mound, controlling his emotions. Yesterday, he acknowledged that former Yankee great Andy Pettitte has had a big role in that. They've had a lot of conversations, and as Coney well knows, Andy Pettitte pitched in a lot of games, big games for the Yankees. That's what Carlos Rodon is doing tonight, Carl.
Well, Carlos Rodon has been great this year, and he continues to evolve in terms of his style of pitching, his pitch allocation. You'll see changeups tonight against right-handed batters. You'll see sinkers against lefties. Used to be just a 2-pitch pitcher, very much a 4-pitch pitcher, and it served him well right there. You see, he can still strike you out. The walk rate's pretty close to average. 8 up innings and a really good run prevention number and a 3.09 ERA.
And not on that graphic, his batting average against, which is 188 in the American League. That's first. Fried had the 19 wins. Crochet and Rodon both with 18 wins. Eddie, it's the exact same lineup. You get the sense that Alex Cora rolled out of bed this morning, wrote the same names down, and here we go again.
And I think even if they would have lost, this would have been the lineup that Alex Cora has been rolling out against left-handed pitching. Just like I said yesterday, and I'll say it again today, Rob Refsnyder at the top does really well against lefties, exactly the same as Romy Gonzalez. Those two, if they were able to start creating a little havoc, they're going to do it because Story and Bregman are on base.
And both feeling better. I mean, that was one of the sort of subplots where the physical conditions of Story and Bregman both now say they have turned the corner on whatever illness they had. As Jazz Chisholm, who last night postgame, most of you probably saw it, turned his back when answering questions from reporters. Probably, as Jazz knows, Jazz, it's the best way to do that.
It's the best way of doing it. And look, a lot of people are saying, well, was he upset? Absolutely he was upset. I think every player should have been upset if they're in the lineup every day. And if you're Aaron Boone, you want him to be upset, and hopefully he takes it out on the baseball, as well as Ben Rice, who will be at first base.
Massachusetts bred, of course, Ben Rice. And over at third base, Ryan McMahon now back in the lineup. One thing that Booney wanted was a little more offense, but also against a lefty, you hope those guys can hit. But let's say this, Caballero and Rosario were phenomenal in the field last night.
Well, they did. They really played well. They weren't tested a whole lot, but nonetheless, you expect more action from left-handed pitchers to the left side of the infield for the Yankees.
70 degrees, blue skies. And the fans continue to file into Yankee Stadium. Their 60th playoff appearance. Carlos Rodon, Rob Refsnyder. And underway with a strike. Last 9 games for Rodon, 7-2, 243 earned run average. The 0-1 he checked, and that's called a strike. The first base umpire, Mark Ripperger, down there. Got Barry calls balls and strikes. Spoke with Refsnyder around the batting cage before the game. You know, he got his start as a Yankee. He recalls playing in a September game. Greg Bird was his close friend playing first base. He said, we didn't play well that night. We got hammered. And here he is 10 years later with 2 kids, and the perspective on the whole thing has changed wildly.
One thing that the Red Sox have to do is exactly what they did against Max Fried yesterday, and that's increase the pitch count on Carlos Rodon tonight. If you can get to the bullpen, you have a chance. That's exactly what they did yesterday, to be able to get to that bullpen and capitalize on it.
That one is outside. Refsnyder comes in hitting .269 with 9 homers and 30 runs batted in, an OPS of .838. And the numbers against Carlos Rodon have been very good. 1-2, and he got him. 6 pitches in the first punch out.
Well, good slider from Rodon. He can go down and in, or he can go back door. This time he goes back door with it. You see Refsnyder, little foul tip.
Brings up Trevor Story, healthy for the first time this season, allowed him to play 100+ games, as that one is high and outside. A very frustrating start to the career in Boston for Story after a storied career in Colorado. 2-0 to the 32-year-old who talked about being back in the playoffs and telling everybody you cannot imagine how much this means to him. That one at the top of the zone for a strike. Slider works really effectively again. Against righties, they'll throw the four-seamer and a slider and a changeup. For the most part, a three-pitch pitcher against right-handers.
That slider working early and working well for Rodon. Already thrown at a higher clip than the fastball.
See the numbers against righties, sub 200. 2-2. He's gone. Back-to-back punch-outs to start for Rodon as he gets Refsnyder and Story.
Well, we've talked about Rodon and his increased repertoire, right? He throws a changeup and a sinker, but the slider is still the kill pitch for him. Always has been. It's a 40% whiff rate on this pitch this year and a 133 batting average against. So it's still death by slider for Rodon.
Bregman sees one right on the inside, another slider at 87. So he's used the slider down and away and now in on Bregman, who had a big double late in that game last night to get Boston a third run. Another strike.
Well executed fastball. Inner half of the plate.
Crowd to its feet, trying to strike out the side in the first. Bregman pops this one up sky high to left and Bellinger. And a 1-2-3 inning for Carlos Rodon. Brian Bayo to the bump. The Yankees to the plate for the first time in a must-win game for New York. Take a look at the New York Yankee lineup. Last night, Trent Grisham down in the order, went 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts, but he's back to the leadoff spot. Judge had a couple of hits last night. Bellinger won. Stanton had a couple of strikeouts and didn't get a hit. McMahon will bat ninth. This is an equal opportunity bashing lineup. Their homers by far the most in Major League Baseball, but when you think about their average in OPS this season against righties and lefties, they're both first. You know, they're equal opportunity hitters against pitchers from both sides.
Well, this is certainly their A lineup that's going to face Brian Bayo in there. And Bayo on the year had a solid year. He's not a strikeout guy. He's a sinker guy. You see that K rate well below Major League average. So he's a ground ball guy, a contact guy.
A breakout season for homers for Trent Grisham with 34. Swings at the first one. Sky high towards the line in left. Jaron Duran is over there. And there's one out on one pitch. And Judge, who had a single off Crochet and Chapman, now faces a guy who has really had his number. Swings at the first one.
Yeah, Alex Cora said a pregame as well. He said, look, Brian Bayo has to get ahead of every Yankee hitter. The numbers don't lie. OPS more than 200 points higher when pitchers fall behind against this lineup.
The 0-1 to Judge, who's got an 0.95 average against him, and that lands. It's 0-2. I mean, of the 25 pitchers that he has 20 or more at bats against, his lowest average is against this kid, 26-year-old Brian Bayo. 2 for 21, a double, 6 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Outside. Go for his last 18 against Bayo. And a roll over to third. Bregman on a couple of hops. Judge is retired. How do you explain an 0 for the last 19 for Judge against Bayo? Not seeing him, not familiar. What is that?
Going out of the zone right here, once again, off the plate. So Bayo's been able to induce Judge to chase, and that's been one of the best improvements in Judge's game is not chasing that particular pitch right there, that sweeper off the plate.
And now Cody Bellinger with Bregman playing where a shortstop would, but on the grass. And that missed. Cora said the reason Bayo struggled in his last start that we talked about, he wasn't aggressive. He wasn't in the strike zone. And he has the stuff to live in there. Bellinger finds the hole to the right of Sogard in the first hit of the night for Bellinger and the Yankees. He's aboard with 2 down.
He's aboard, and their speed now at first base, something that Cody Bellinger has brought to the Yankees all season. Pitch out over the plate, just runs right into the barrel of Cody Bellinger. I'll tell you what, the Red Sox fortunate right there that he hit it hard but on the ground.
Bellinger in his postseason 14 of 15 when it comes to stolen bases, and now Ben Rice. He swings and hits it hard to right, and Ben Rice is back, and the Yankees are on the board. A 2-run home run off Bayo to get it started. The kid from Cohasset, Massachusetts, steps on home and lives out a dream. The team he rooted for as a kid, the Yankees. And it's 2-0 with 2 outs.
How about that cutter? 87 miles per hour, Coney. Right into the wheelhouse, and Ben Rice was not waiting around.
Every Yankee hitter swung at the first pitch in this inning so far.
Now Giancarlo Stanton. And that's ball 1. Just think about the difference, guys, between the first 2 innings. The first inning, the last 2 nights. First and second, nobody out. They don't score. 2 outs. They get a single and a homer and lead it 2-0.
The difference with that home run now, and you can tell just the environment here in the stadium, they needed this. The fans, even though the Yankees did take the lead yesterday with a Volpe home run, they needed it.
Pretty good souvenir out there in right field. Waving at one outside the strike zone.
And they needed it because of the dominance that Brayan Bello has had at this stadium. As soon as he hit it, this ballpark, very forgiving on line drives, hit hard towards the pull side.
Stanton smashes one to Story at short. He will be retired, but some hard hit balls against Bayo, and Rice picks up where he left off in the regular season finale.
Señor Arroz. Mr. Ben Rice putting the Yankees up by 2, and the captain applauding the youngster.
Major League Baseball's Wild Card Series on ESPN is brought to you by American Express. There's nothing like platinum. And for the Yankees, there's nothing like Rice. He has been red hot last 15 games. A near 400 average, an on base of 436, an OPS of 1180. A whole bunch of extra base hits, none as big as that one. This ball is lifted to right off the bat of Romy Gonzalez, and Aaron Judge is underneath it, and another 1 pitch out for the Boston offense. Different demeanor you can see on the face of Aaron Judge. The anxiety and the intensity. That last game last night felt very much like an old school, Coney, you can speak to it, Yankee-Red Sox rivalry game.
If you've never experienced postseason baseball, especially these 2 franchises, it's just different. The feel of pitch to pitch, the intensity level of the players and the fans.
Here's Carlos Narvaez. Like Fried last night, Rodon doing a good job of getting ahead. Another one popped up sky high. Volpe is out there. He's looking for some help, and it's Grisham. He makes it look as effortless as any outfielder in the big leagues.
Get back-to-back lefties with Fried and Rodon, but two different lefties. One that, when you have contact, it's soft contact on the ground. That's Fried. Rodon, so far 2 strikeouts and 2 flyouts, equal opportunity to all parts of the outfield.
The right fielder is Nate Eaton. And another one in there for a strike, a slider at 86. Run value on a slider is 12, his highest of his career. And a whiff rate of 40.3. Changeup there at 86 to get ahead 0-2. There he goes, Carlos Rodon. He has faced 6. He has struck out half. He threw 6. All of them were for strikes. What an inning.
Being able to answer back after having 2 on the board, Carlos Rodon. Statement in it.
Back here in New York, 2-0 after a Ben Rice home run in the first. Bayo back on the mound, bottom of the second. He'll get Chisholm to lead it off. And Jazz swings at the first one and sends it towards the seats on the first base side, and it will land there.
You're a former hitting coach. You see the theme from the Yankees in their attack against Bayo. It's
attack early
and often.
4 of the 6 so far have been aggressive, anything in the zone. Bayo's done so well here that you have to be able to get his best pitch over the plate, and they're attacking.
This ball to center should be an easy one for Rafaela. And it is. 314 feet down the line, 318 in left field. You want to go gapping, it's 385 in right, 399 in left. And it's a 408-foot poke to center field to get it out. Caballero hit one last night. A lot of folks say, were it not for perhaps the wind blowing in, that would have left the building. First pitch to Austin Wells misses.
He's trying to go 408 straightaway 7.
Yeah.
Aaron Boone was telling us early he's got serious pop, but 408 is still a heck of a poke here in this ballpark.
There's a good changeup. Way inside, he gets away from it, and Bayo's changeup that he yanked puts him into a 3-1 count. Against lefties, kind of a 4-pitch pitcher: sinker, sweeper, cutter, and a changeup. It'll be a handful of 4-seamers. It's not a pitch he relies on. The sinker misses, and that's a 1-out walk to Anthony Volpe, who was really the offensive star for the Yankees last night.
Anthony Volpe on a pitch up is able to hit the ball to right field, and he knew it. Put it right into the dugout and put the Yankees up 1-0. Also added a base hit up the middle later in the game. He's got really good numbers against Bayo as well.
And was strong last year in the postseason. Swings at the first one. Bregman, Sogard, they turn the double play, and Volpe will bring the Yankees back onto the field and the Red Sox back to the plate. 8 pitches to get through that one. We go to the third. 2-0 Bronx Bombers. Eligible Capital One Rewards cardholders, you can now redeem your rewards for tickets to the MLB postseason on Capital One Entertainment. Visit CapitalOne.com/entertainment for more information. Really good start for Carlos Rodon on the mound. Jaron Duran will lead things off in the third of a fast-moving game here so far with a Ben Rice right field shot, a home run in 13 of the 30 ballparks. And a 2-0 lead. Duran's speed makes him a threat. He is an extra base hit machine. Rodon throws strike one.
I'll tell you this, with the speed that Jaron Duran has, I am surprised that he does not work on the drag bunt. He's got the ability to do so, but he could create havoc in the infield with it.
Swings there, hits that one hard to center field, and Grisham on a hop will field it. Duran is aboard. His first hit in 2 games.
And that's what you need. You got speed, elite speed at first base. Someone that has not really hit well in this ballpark starts off this game with a nice base hit the other way.
.24 steals this season for Duran. Being held by Rice. Chisholm right up the middle. Plenty of room on the right side for Rafaela. Ball 1 to Cedon Rafaela, the center fielder for the Red Sox. Streaky hitter and currently in the middle of a pretty warm streak.
And Carl, an unbelievable at bat yesterday. 11 pitch at bat against Luke Weaver that really turned the tide of this game.
Now behind 0-2 with a handful of foul balls in there. 5 consecutive pitches fouled off.
The remarkable thing is that in 587 at-bats this year, Rafaela walked 28 times. And one of them was last night in that 10-pitch at-bat that we saw. It was maybe the biggest walk of the year for him.
2 balls and a strike.
But some of his teammates is that they really feel like that with Rafaela, the bigger the stage, the better his focus.
In his last 10 games, he has been focused. A .389 batting average. He's got a good count, 3-1. Right down the middle, and he missed an opportunity.
I'm wondering right now if Alex Cora will get Duran on the go here. You got a free swinger at the plate. Foul tip. Rafaela feeling pretty good. He's staring right back out. He's feeling confident.
Not going. And another walk for Rafaela. First and second. Nobody out.
Sure those numbers are right, Coney, about the walks?
Turned over a new leaf of postseason here.
The previous pitch was like a Rafaela shuffle, the way he was staring at it, Rodon.
So a runner at second, and one of the numbers oddities, Rodon. Third base has been stolen off him 11 times since 2023, which is tied second most. And a good base stealer out there at second. Here is Nick Sogard. He had that big hustle play to get into second with the double. Squares to bunt, sends it back to Rodon. He's got a play. He bounced it. Chisholm came off the bag to catch it, and they will be loaded. Fortunate that Chisholm was able to catch it, but in catching it, he jumped and his foot came off the bag when Sogard's foot hit it.
I'll tell you this, Jeff, Chisholm had to play it this way. When that ball's like an in-betweener, you're trying to keep that ball in front of you.
Rodon had plenty of time. Yeah. He just rushed the throw. Did not get his feet set at all.
Bases loaded. Back to the top for Rob Refsnyder. Strike one. And that miss. Remember, Aaron Judge dealing with an arm issue that prevents him from throwing the ball very hard out in right field. Grisham in center, Bellinger a terrific arm in left. And good speed out there at third and second and first with Sogard. Good pitch. Saw Refsnyder pull and then pull back.
The job of a pitcher here is to make sure you get one, and you could see he just bounces it over there, throws flat-footed, did not get around the ball, gets set.
And that's a start. He picks up the strikeout of Refsnyder. One down.
Well, this has become a real weapon for Rodon. This year in particular is that changeup, an excellent action down and away. And Refsnyder's tough on lefties and has been tough on Rodon in his career, but I don't think he's seen that kind of pitch before from Rodon.
Chapman got out of a no-out bases loaded situation last night. Is Rodon going to do the same? Ball one to Trevor Story. Story led the Red Sox in just about every offensive category this year. 25 homers, 96 runs batted in. See the numbers very good with the bases loaded. And that one is up the middle. It's going to get down. Grisham fields. And he will throw it into third base. We are tied. Trevor Story delivers an RBI that plates 2 on that single.
Little cutter stayed right out over the plate. And Trevor Story hits it right back to straightaway center for that base hit to drive into. Clutch hitting by Story.
Brand new ball game here in the third inning. Again, Rafaela with the walk in the middle of it. Now Alex Bregman. Bregman's big hit last night towards the corner in left field. Bellinger still shaded, so there's plenty of room down that line. Just missed off at 96. Velocity ticks up. That's been the way that Rodon has pitched here recently. 92, 93 early, and then upping the velo.
He can add a little when he needs to.
Bregman, Chisholm, fires to Volpe, to first. Nice double play by the Yankees to end the threat that the Red Sox were putting on. Not an easy one.
That's part of the game that Jazz Chisholm brings to the New York Yankees. It's not only the bat and the legs, it's the defense. Great turn and feed to Volpe. Strong arm to get 2.
Move that Alex Cora made, similar to, as he said years ago when he brought Christian Vasquez in to catch with Rick Porcello. They needed offense. This is kind of a new battery here with Bayo and Narvaez.
It's an excellent point, Carl, and that's exactly what Alex Cora told us. He just wants Narvaez's bat in the lineup.
9-hole hitter Ryan McMahon did not play last night. 1 ball, no strikes. 1-1. It's not like it's the first time. They caught Narvaez for Bayo 5 times during the regular season, so there's a familiarity. The approach the Yankees have had, Cody, if you see that through the order of time plus where they're swinging at the first pitch, what do you do? How do you make an adjustment?
Start thinking about pitching backwards a little bit just to keep them honest. You've got to land your breaking ball for strikes early in the count.
McMahon, a .214 hitter, solidified the defense when he came over. And that one is into right field. A changeup he was all over, and the 9-hole hitter leads off with a single. Hey, a reminder right here on ESPN after our game, game 2 of that set between the Reds and the Dodgers. LA's trying to close it out. They exploded for a whole bunch of runs. And you didn't see early on Shohei Ohtani hit one of his 2 homers in the first. It's also streaming live on the all-new ESPN app. Dodger bullpen hasn't been strong, and they gave up some runs last night, but a pretty comfortable walk for Dave Roberts' team. Now Christian with 1 on, nobody out.
That ends up being bonus offense. Anything you can get from the 9th spot for the Yankees and turn over the lineup for the big boys is a plus. McMahon at first base, no outs.
That one is on the ground. Sogard smothers. He goes to Story, who has to leapfrog over McMahon, and they get 1. As a couple of former Colorado Rockies come together at second base.
Oh, we're seeing some really good defense at second base already early in the game. Talked about Chisholm. Sogard not bad at all right there. Excellent feed and play.
Great defensive alignment, too, playing Sogard over to take away the hole.
Aaron Judge steps up for the second time. Grounded out to third his first time up. Well, already the lefty Justin Wilson is up for the Red Sox. Judge, a .210 hitter for his career in the postseason. One misses badly. Part of the reason, and you saw it in his first plate appearance, he chases a little bit more in the postseason. Regular season 22%, postseason almost 27, 28% of the time.
Especially on spinning baseballs, sliders, cutters.
But don't leave it in the middle. He's got 16 home runs too. Line shot up the middle, going to get down in front of Rafaela. And Judge is not yet hitting for power, but he is getting on base.
He's got Justin Wilson up right now. You got Bellinger, Rice, both lefties, Stanton and Chisholm, another lefty. And I know Bellinger does really well here. You see this base hit by Judge on a broken bat, but I think this is it for Brayan Bello, and it shows you the urgency that Alex Cora has and trying not to let this inning get out of hand.
He is making a change. Saw this in the game they clinched their playoff, where he came out in the 4th and started to make changes. He does it here in the 3rd. So Alex Cora did this on Friday, September 26th, the game the Red Sox beat Detroit 4-3. Harrison was the starter. He took him out after 3 innings. Then he went to a parade of bullpen arms. Here we are in the bottom of the 3rd, and Bello is out of the game. And you go with the lefty to face Bellinger with 1 out. This is not because Bellinger can't hit lefties. It's just the opposite. Bellinger does hit lefties.
Yeah, but the pressure's on Wilson as well, because you got Giancarlo Stanton. If you do not get Bellinger out here, you got to deal with a big bat.
Grisham is going to 3rd. No throw. Narvaez can't hold it. Judge advances to 2nd. And the storyline, one of them coming in, the ability to run on Rodon to 3rd. So the Yankees turn the tables and do it against Wilson.
Well, if you'll notice, too, in the back end, Judge is kind of hung up. And he waited till Narvaez drops the ball. Narvaez is going to 3rd the whole way. He just can't make the transfer. And Judge is right in the middle of the base path at that point.
Red Sox bring the infield in. Bellinger, a big swing and a miss on a slider. And Boone was quick to point out when we mentioned the 11 steals against Rodon. He said, we actually steal 3rd base more than they do. 1-2 to Bellinger. Reaches out, sends it to left. Fairly shallow. Duran has it. There'll be no tag. Good call by Luis Rojas.
Love this moment here. Able to get Bellinger on a weak fly to right. And Ben Rice, who was on the bench yesterday, now has an opportunity to hit against the left-handed pitcher in a big moment early in this game.
Rice got this place rocking. He became the first Yankee with a homer in his first career postseason at bat since '98. T-Mobile brings us the best of the game. It's presented by T-Mobile. And it was that shot that got out in a hurry to right field. Rice is very likely to be an everyday first baseman next season and play against left-handed pitching. Here he is against Wilson in a 2-2 game with 2 outs in the third. Gets it on the corner. And Rice on a line to right. It stays up and it's caught by Nate Eaton. Ben Rice has hammered the ball twice, one of them out of the ballpark and the other one into the glove of Eaton. They will strand 2 in scoring position, and Alex Cora's move to Wilson pays off here in the third. Yankee Stadium here in the Bronx with David Cohen, Eduardo Perez, Buster Olney, Carl Ravitch, and it's a 2-2 ball game. 2 runs for the Yankees on a Rice homer. Red Sox score 2 in the third. We head to the fourth. Rodon throws a strike. Romy Gonzalez, Carlos Narvaez, Nate Eaton. That's going to roll foul. Of course, the Red Sox offense depleted without Roman Anthony. There's no real indication that he is set to come back at any time soon. In fact, Cora says that Marcelo Meyer, who is also in Fort Myers, is ahead of where Anthony is. Get the impression, unless this is a real long run in the postseason, we'll see him again. Of course, they traded away Rafael Devers. There is an identity to the Boston team. This is not a David Ortiz-led club with a big bat in the middle, or even Devers, who was a Yankee killer.
But it's a tight-knit group, and having the leadership now of Alex Bregman there with Trevor Story does work well for this team.
Red Sox also have a very good bullpen that they're already into, that Alex Cora is going to lean into in this game.
Popped up to Jazz on the infield. And Romy Gonzalez's struggles continue. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Sure. You mentioned Alex Bregman, and of course won all 3 postseason series against the Yankees when he was with Houston. You see Alex Cora's numbers 5 and 1 against the Yankees in the postseason. Joel Sherman wrote a terrific article sort of comparing and pitting the Alexes, Cora and Bregman, against the Aarons on the Yankees, the Aaron Boone and Aaron Judge. And there is no question, there is a conviction about the way that Cora has managed since he's taken over in Boston. And perception or reality, you guys tell me, but the perception is, in this analytics world, while they use the numbers, ripped foul, Cora appears to have this ability to veer off when his instincts and eyes tell him something. And on the other side, whether it's Boone or somebody else, maybe they're not as free to do it. Is that perception or reality?
Well, for me, Alex Cora definitely has the ability to push back, and has. We heard stories of him pushing back on Chaim Bloom and some of the things that were put on his desk from the previous general manager. So yeah, you get a feeling that Alex Cora is very comfortable in his own skin, very good at reading the game, real time on the field.
I believe Alex Cora's had the ability since he became a manager hired by Dave Dombrowski, and it was Tony La Russa also that was an advisor at the time. He mentored Alex as well, and that helped immensely. Trusting your gut, understanding the temperature of your players, and knowing your entire roster. And because of it, he uses all 26 players, and that temperature is gauged from that dugout. He'll use the analytics, but he also trusts the 26 men there and his coaches.
On the other side, Aaron Boone has been accused of kind of following a script a lot of the times. I'm not sure that's entirely fair.
Yeah, I mean, those were some of the words that were thrown out after last night's game. Scripted, programmed.
I think every manager has the ability to do whatever they want. The difference now is that after the game, you have to defend your decisions. You'll get called on the red carpet afterwards and say, hey, this was the information that was given to you, and you went against it. What was your reasoning? And whether it worked out or not, you're going to have to sort of account for that. And every manager's aware of that. Some have more autonomy than others.
3-2, and he got him to chase. Four-seam fastball at 96. He picks up another strikeout, and Rodon has 5.
Ace has all the power you need to get the job done right. With the best power brands all under one roof, like Steel, Ego, Milwaukee, and Toro. With free assembly and delivery or ready for pickup in just 15 minutes.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Nate Eaton digs in. He struck out his first time up. Finishing the conversation, I spoke with Craig Breslow, who, of course, is the architect of this current team. He said, so when you sit there, you're a former pitcher. Like, do you think like a pitcher? Do you think like a manager? Do you think like a general manager, an executive? He intimated a lot of both, but he sort of leaned into the management thing. So I said, well, the perception is Alex has this freedom, but he has all the information. As long as the decisions you make are working out, the questions are fewer, obviously. And Cora is on a little bit of a roll with that, especially with his numbers in the postseason. There's a line shot into right for a hit. 2-out single for Eaton. 18-8 in the postseason, 5-1 against the Yankees in 3 postseasons. So you buy yourself a little cash.
Yeah, it's amazing when you look at the contrast between the managerial styles in yesterday's game and today's game. Yesterday's game, Alex Cora pushes his starter into the 8th inning and lets him go to 117 pitches. And tonight, he's got a starter out of the game in the 3rd inning. So whatever he deems necessary, he feels like he's got the freedom to do it.
I think Garrett Crochet allowed that to happen today. A fresher bullpen. Now you can go back-to-back with the arms that you throw here tonight. Use the lanes appropriately. And that's all on Crochet and Chapman yesterday.
1-0 pitch to Jarren Duran. Eaton leading off first. And Duran Hits one at Chisholm. He'll go to first. Jaron Duran is retired. He faced 4 in the inning. Bottom 4 is coming up, and the Yankees will have Stanton leading off.
Back here at Yankee Stadium with Yankees manager Aaron Boone, Carlos Rodon has been maybe your most consistent pitcher this year. What are you seeing in him tonight?
Yeah, so far so good. You know, mixing well, mixing his slider with his changeup and his four-seamer. We haven't really seen the sinker come out or the slow breaking ball yet, but I feel like he's under control, commanding the ball well. They pressured him a little bit there. Obviously, Story got a big hit against him, but I feel like he's in a good spot.
Alex Cora takes out Bayo after 2 1/3 innings. You know Alex well. What's it like to manage against him?
Well, I figured today they'd be pretty aggressive, you know, with our lefty lineup and their lefties down there. So figured they'd be pretty aggressive, and we just got to be ready for it.
Booney, thanks. Carl, back to you.
18 career postseason home runs for Giancarlo Stanton. That's a really impressive October resume, although last night he struggled. 2 big moments, the inning-ending 6-4-3 double play in the first, and then the bases loaded strikeout, the first out in the 9th against Chapman. But only Ruth Gehrig and Reggie Jackson a higher postseason career slugging percentage than Giancarlo Stanton.
He's going to have some opportunities against left-handed pitching. The way that lineup is, and you heard Aaron Boone right there, 6 of the 9 hitters in the lineup are left-handed hitters tonight for the Yankees.
Good take, 3 balls and a strike. Bernie baseball and the captain 22 and 20, and then it's Giancarlo tied with Mickey Mantle, 3rd all-time Yankee history. The story last year in the postseason, his elbows were all banged up and he was out taking seemingly hours of batting practice. He was out there again early today taking extra batting practice. Story throws out Stanton. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of ground balls to Trevor Story at short. You guys have been in clubhouses a lot. How does somebody like Chisholm turn the page? And defensively, he's made a good play already from yesterday. And what happened? It's not something you just forget about, or is it?
It sticks with you. It burned him. His reaction was obvious last night. You know, the only way to do it is to do it with your bat. You know, let your bat do the talking. I mean, he's obviously an emotional kid. Did not like being left out of the lineup last night.
He was embarrassed. Look, and to Boone's defense, 3 out of 4 games when they had faced Crochet, Jazz Chisholm did not play. And the game that he did play, he struck out 3 times. But the lights here in Yankee Stadium are shining, and we're in October, and he wants to be a part of it.
He's worked himself into a 3-0 count. You got Justin Wilson on the mound. Justin Slayton, the righty, warming in that bullpen for Boston. And remember, Boston's pitching is depleted. Lucas Giolito is unavailable, not on the roster. Jazz swings 3-0 and sends one high into the sky that drifts into the seats.
That could have been the wind right there that took that ball foul. It's blowing left to right.
On the corner. From 3-0 to 3-2.
The veteran Justin Wilson's been around the block. 38 years old. Had a couple of different stints with the Yankees. Really revived his career this year. Changed his style, more cutters.
And this one, unless the wind gets it, should be playable. It is drifting into foul territory, and the catch is made by Romy Gonzalez. On NHL opening night tripleheader Tuesday on ESPN. You got the Florida Panthers and the Blackhawks at 5. At 8, the Rangers and Pittsburgh at Madison Square Garden. The Avalanche and the Kings at 10:30. As you take a look at the Devils center, Jack Hughes, 27 goals, 70 points last year. And a wealthy brother, 7-year, $63 million deal for the 22-year-old as the NHL gets underway on ESPN. Another great season ahead of hockey.
Two wealthy brothers.
They're doing fine. Jazz was ahead 3-0, and he fouls out to the first baseman Gonzalez. Now Wells. That's Bregman over there, and the shift. It worked beautifully, and Wilson continues to do the job out of the pen for Alex Cora and the Red Sox.
Yankee Stadium with the Red Sox manager Alex Cora. Last time Bayo pitched here, he was dominant. Tonight he comes out after 2 1/3. What was your thinking?
Yeah, I mean, in the spot we were in with the lefties coming and all the lefties that we have in the bullpen, we felt like we needed to be aggressive. You know, it's not the perfect scenario, you know, but like I told him, just get ready for the next one.
Don Rafael, a walk last night, another great at bat to start tonight. Tell me what you're seeing in him.
The last 10 days, he's made a conscious effort of taking pitches, being more selective, hitting the ball the other way, and we've been talking about this the whole season, and I'm glad that it's happening now.
Alex, thanks.
Thank you.
Carl, back to you.
Here's Rafaela. That's strike 1. The Red Sox 7, 8, 9 hitters, 3 for 13 with a couple of walks. They have scored 4 of the team's 5 runs in this series. Zedon, of course, has bounced around from center field to the infield. He has shown a phenomenal ability to adapt to wherever he is and play the positions wherever he is very well. That lands on the corner, and he's gone. He doesn't necessarily agree with Scott Barry, but Rodon picks up another strikeout. That's 6.
Well, Rodon's got the ability to backdoor that slider. Even though Wells is sitting up, kind of anticipating in, he's quietly is able to frame that pitch on the outside corner and get it.
It's an elite ability that Wells has behind the plate. He did not go out and get it. He allowed that ball to travel to be able to get a good look at it and get the call.
Strike to Nick Sogard. Sogard, one of those other utility guys as you take a look at the framework by Wells. That Cora would go up to and say, look, you're me as a player. Remember, Alex bounced around too. He said, you're me. You're just a lot better than I was as a player. The identity of this team are really guys like Sogard and Romy Gonzalez.
We know that it was pre-planned, Sogard's base running last night. Kind of feel like Aaron Judge maybe got caught surprised in right field a bit. But I really just give credit, Carl, to your point, that this was planned before. Hey, we're going to challenge him. We're going to run on Judge every chance we get. Sogard out of the box did it. It changed the whole inning, ended up changing the game.
Preparation was the word Corey used. And this one ended the bat. Stays up for Bellinger. 2 down. This was the play Coney's referring to last night.
It feels like to me, Eduardo, now you played out there a little bit, that Aaron Judge is thinking he's not going to go, let me just get rid of it quickly, save my arm, and then, he is going. Yeah. And he never hesitated.
And this is, you do this in pregame meetings, right? Anything hitting the gap, right field, if you see that it's Aaron Judge that's going to catch it, let's test his arm. And by not moving his feet, by throwing it off his back leg, you saw that there was not much behind it. 70 miles per hour off on the throw. An elite arm, but right now, it's not even close to what we're used to seeing.
He's shown more of that in September, Judge's arm strength. It just looked like he got caught surprised a little bit on that one. Sogard, give Sogard credit.
Ref Snyder. Judge coming hard. Chisholm going out quickly, but it's Judge in foul territory. And the screen there to support him. A good running catch for the man we were just talking about. It'll be 8-9-1 if they can get to Judge. He will hit cleanup next inning. Name your players, your postseason. Follow all the postseason action. Download the MLB app. It's the #1 app for live baseball. Coney, Eddie, Buster, Carl Ravitch here. New pitcher for Boston. Third one of the night. It's the righty Justin Slayton. He will start with Volpe and then McMahon. And that is strike one. Against the Yankees, 5 games, a 1.35 ERA, a four-seamer, a cutter, a curveball, and a sweeper, 4-pitch pitcher. And Anthony into the bat, shallow center. Rafaela coming in, still coming in, and he will be able to hand it off to the second baseman, Sogard.
Justin Wilson gave out Alex Cora exactly what he needed. Now here you are in the 5th with 1 out.
For Ryan McMahon, the 9-hole hitter, singled his first time up to right, swings at one up at 97. Feels like the youngster Connolly Early would be the starter in Game 3 for Boston. As you can see, Steven Matz warming up.
Connor Early in the kitchen sink. Coming in after him.
Which in a sense tonight is the kitchen sink.
Absolutely, Carl. You feel like Alex is trying to wrap this thing up right now as soon as possible.
Buddha's named Cam Schlittler the starter for the Yankees in Game 3.
2 exciting young starters with good stuff, both of them.
Well, Cleveland beat Detroit today 6-1. They got 5 runs late. And the Padres beat the Cubs 3-0, holding Chicago to just 4 hits. So this format of best of 3, which began in 22, had a tiny percentage of series go 3 games. This year, we are already guaranteed 2 of the 4 to go 3 games. McMahon holds up. Only twice had it gone 3 games, so we're matching the total of the prior 3 years here already this season. And right back to Slayton.
Paradise doesn't always have palm trees. Corona, La Playa awaits.
Aaron Judge hopes to get a shot. It's Grisham against Slayton. We're in the 5th. The Yankees got 2 in the 1st on a Rice homer, and the Red Sox tied it in the 3rd. Slayton throws a curveball in there for a strike. So 4 of the 20 series have gone to 3 games, but twice has the team that lost game 1 come back and won it in game 3, only twice.
So far, Justin Wilson and Justin Slayton, the Justins, have come in doing their job out of the bullpen. Sometimes it's hit or miss.
Just outside, you see Narvaez thought that was going to be called a strike. Instead, 3-1. And that one missed badly. A non-competitive pitch. And that brings up Judge with 1 on and 2 down.
And this will be Slayton's last hitter, if he gets him or not. He's got to put all he has into a tall task. Wearing number 99, and the fans here know it.
There's a buzz in the building when Judge comes to the plate. Big swing and a miss on a sweeper.
That's what he wants back. Stayed right out over the plate.
Judge is 3 for 3 in the series with men on. Challenged him with a fastball at 96. It's definitely a philosophy of Cora and Andrew Bailey to challenge Aaron Judge. They don't purposely seem to try to stay away from him. And that was a getaway with a little sweeper. 0-2.
Good job by Narvaez, being able to keep it out in front. Yeah. Judge in the postseason a higher chase rate than in the regular season throughout his career, 5% higher.
It's the problem. That one gets away. The throw to second, and it's caught there in a short hop by Sogar. But now in a scoring position with first base open.
Love the aggressiveness of Grisham so far here tonight. Steals third base, and right here, ball in the dirt. He goes. Little cautious, realizes he's got an opportunity and chance to get to second base. 90 feet closer.
First base open. What do you guys think?
Keep pitching to him. He was already in scoring position at first base with that bat in hand.
Find this interesting? They're going to pitch to him?
No, I think you trust your pitcher to try to expand the zone and see if you can get him to chase something, a sweeper down and away, not to give in.
Well, where Judge has been exposed in the postseason have been the balls that have had spin on him. He hung a sweeper that he missed, and the other ones haven't really been close. As he challenged him with a fastball on a 2-2. Judge lifts it to left. Duran running, drops the ball. Grisham will score, and the Yankees have a lead. Jarren Duran had it in his glove, and it popped out.
Only 9 out of 10 times he catches that ball. He dove for it. But I'm telling you, Jarren Duran, that's one that he has to have, and he does not. And it gets the Yankee fans riled up. Slayton makes a good pitch, ball off the end of the bat. I'll correct myself, 9.9 out of 10 times he gets that ball.
Yeah, he just clanked it. Slayton did make a good pitch.
I think the glove actually got in the way, in the visual way to catch the baseball.
Right now it's being ruled a hit. Steven Matz is coming in. The Yankees are on top, and Judge is 4 for 4 with runners on. Matz fires his first pitch to Bellinger. On a ball that clanked off of Duran's glove. Don't forget, Grisham was walked and then advanced to second base. He's probably at third base, not at home, if he doesn't aggressively take second. Red Sox challenging Bellinger with a left-hander who he has, again, hit really well. He's the best in baseball from the left side. It's 3-0. His approach is generally to shorten up against left-handers and go up the middle, if not to left. He's taken all the way there, 3-1.
Well, right now he's looking to turn and burn on any fastball in the middle part of the plate. How about that? Threw him a changeup. 3-1. Fed off his aggressiveness. Now he chokes up even more on the bat.
Rolls one. Bregman will charge it. Bellinger's got good speed. And he's out by half a step. Good read by the former LSU Tigers shortstop Alex Bregman, the third baseman, to get Bellinger. But off of the glove of Duran allows Grisham to give the Yankees the lead, and Aaron Judge keeps it rolling this postseason. Saturday, the Division Series rounds will get underway. Our friends at Fox and FS1 wish them all the luck. The American League Division Series winner of this one goes to Toronto. Tigers and Guardians winner will head to Seattle. And our friends at TBS have the National League Division Series. Reds Dodgers winner, Philadelphia. Could be a phenomenal series. Padres Cubs winner take on the Milwaukee Brewers. That is the TV schedule. All the games you can hear as well on ESPN Radio all postseason long. So the Yankees reclaim the lead, 3-2. They give Judge the hit. It looked like Duran may have actually put the glove in a spot where he couldn't see the ball get into it, almost blinding himself. Rodon's pitch count is pretty efficient, 72 here into the 6th inning. Behind 2-0 to Story. Swing and a drive. Left field, Bellinger, back, gone! Trevor's storybook season continues with a game-tying solo shot. And just like that, it's 3-3.
Oh, he didn't miss that. The numbers are in the top left. As soon as he hit it, he knew it. Carlos Rodon's nemesis tonight has been a heck of a story with the bat. You talk about up and downs of emotions in this stadium.
Yeah, this has been a roller coaster tonight. We're still shaking from last night. 1-0 to Bregman. 2-0. It looks like Cruz is beginning to warm in the Yankee pen tonight. Story last night struck out 3 times, but he also had a couple of singles, and he's got 2 hits tonight. That's high to Bregman, and Rodon, frustrated perhaps after giving up that shot to Story, takes a few laps around the mound.
A 2-0 fastball right down Broadway, and Story is all over it. And after that home run, 4 straight balls to the next batter.
They're stalling. I think Booney's got to go get him.
Here comes the manager of the New York Yankees. Carlos Rodon and his ability to communicate to Boone. He stays in the game.
Oh, this is an interesting call right here for Aaron Boone, who usually does not make the pitching visits without taking the pitcher out of the game. Fernando Cruz ready in the bullpen. And Romy Gonzalez, who does very well against left-handed pitching.
Tony, you've seen all the Yankee games, or so many of them. How often does he do that to a starter and then leave him in the game?
A few times. He's done it with Max Fried, and I think Yankee fans are thinking right now that's the visit that needed to happen in last night's game with Max Fried.
Obviously, we don't have the benefit of microphones up there. You do wonder what that conversation was. Everybody on the infield was there. It's 0-2 to Gonzalez. Bregman off first.
Tony, you know what was interesting about that? When Joe Torre managed you, he would jog to the mound when he was going to give the starting pitcher a chance to talk his way into the game. In this case, Aaron Boone took a long, slow walk.
Tell you what, late in Joe's career, you call that a jog. Sorry, Joe.
Romy Gonzalez was 0 for 5 last night. He is 0 for 2 tonight. And pops this one up on the infield. Rice has to retreat to first. He was drifting, and Jazz Chisholm looks at him like, I've been standing here waiting for this. You're okay. Romy Gonzalez is 0 for 8 in the series. Narvaez hits one to the hole of third. McMahon fires Chisholm to first, and they turn a 5-4-3 double play. Aaron Boone sticks with Carlos Rodon, and that pays off. The home run hitter Ben Rice comes up when we come back. It's a 3-3 ball game and a must-win for the Yankees. Game 2 of the wild card here in New York. Home run swing of Trevor Story. Play Ball, baseball's global youth initiative to highlight the fun and accessible ways to play our great game. To learn more, including how to find a league near you, go to playball.org and follow at Playbook on X, Facebook, and Instagram. A 3-3 ball game has got the fans here at Yankee Stadium all fired up. Steven Matz, the former Cardinal and Met, throws a strike to Ben Rice, who thought that was inside.
And he was right, way inside.
Did he go? No, so it's 1-1. Rice smoked a homer over the wall in right on a line, and then hit an absolute missile that stayed up in the air long enough for Eaton to make the play. So the players that have homered on the first career postseason pitch, Rice now joins the list with Lane Thomas. It feels like Juan Yepes did it like last year, but that was 3 years ago. Longoria did it in the division series for the Rays in 08, the year they made it to the World Series. Ben Rice has been scalding hot as you see the righty Zach Kelly getting warm. And this is a troubling play for Bregman. Bare hand fires, No chance. A great effort. But Ben Rice, instead of hitting it 100 miles an hour, squibs one off his bat for a hit.
Smell a hit right there, too. As a hitter, you see where Alex Bregman was playing, and upon contact, he's like, wait a second, I have a chance here. Jam shot, broken bat. Put that bat on the mantle. It's a base hit.
Change up in there for strike one.
Mats has to be careful down in the zone against Giancarlo Stanton. He's trying to induce the ground ball to get two. Carlos going to try with one swing to make this a two-run Yankee lead.
That's a good pitch on the outside corner.
It's a great pitch there. G looking up and in, instead down and away, right on the corner.
Pulls one to left, though. It was off the end of the bat, and Duran is there to make that catch, and Rice retreats. Giancarlo Stanton hits one 89 miles an hour, and he missed it. He is the king of exit velocity. And now left on left for Jazz Chisholm. Of course, a home run derby participant this year. There's a lot of electricity in his bat. Strike one, Chisholm. Big swing. He was going for the downs, but he missed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One of the issues Narvaez has had behind the plate have been catcher interferences as he reaches out to try to steal a strike. Happened a handful of times, including late in the season. They inside 3-2. Tough guy to double up. Bregman is playing in the shortstop position. Story nearly up the middle. Jazz digs that back foot deep into the dirt around the plate. And he's gone. Steven Matz pitch down and away, picks up the strikeout at Chisholm.
After all the off-speed pitches, he paints him down and away at 96. Chisholm guarding against off-speed, that good curveball and changeup combo, and Matz crossed him up.
Austin Wells, one of the Yankees that had 20-plus homers during the regular season. You see it there, 21. Rafaela shaded a little bit towards left. And that one goes into left field. Sinker they let travel deep, and now both Rice and Wells have gone the other way. Rice unintentionally. That one a hard hit single. Moves Rice in a scoring position.
And Volpe's expecting Alex Cora to come out right on cue. He does. It's all about the lanes here tonight with the lefties that Alex Cora has and who he wants the righties to face. And he's targeted Volpe to face the righties.
He's bringing in Zach Kelly. Giving up 3 homers to righties and a near 300 batting average. He'll face Volpe when we return in a 3-3 game. Next game just a little over an hour from now. It'll be Mookie Betts, who's got 3 rings to his credit. Reds and Dodgers. Dodgers looking to close this thing out. Streams live on the all-new ESPN app. It'll be Boog Shambi, Doug Glanville, and Alden Gonzalez. 2 homers for Ohtani last night. Betts had a couple of hits. Freeman had a couple of hits, and Teoscar Hernandez went off. 3 hits, 4 RBI. So the righty, Zach Kelly, interesting. You kind of look at his numbers, a bit of a reverse split guy. The homers have come off the right-handed hitters. He hasn't given up 1 to a lefty. The batting average against righties significantly higher than it is against lefties, but he gets Anthony Volpe. There may be the reason that Alex Cora went to him. You see Volpe against righties, just a $195, but power. He went yard last night. Rice is at second, Wells at first. October Anthony, at least last year, October Anthony was very good.
Well, that's what you're going to see from Kelly is a lot of cutters, a lot of sweepers to right-handers. His 4-seamer is his 3rd best option.
He missed badly, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. Yankees got their 3rd run on a ball that Jarren Duran tried to chase down. He was way off the line. He's in a very similar position, way off the line and left. Three and 1.
What with the cutter right there? 3-0. Volpe should be sitting cutter right here, 3-1.
Lands another one, and it was a cutter. Hit the letters.
Had to have a right center approach against this cutter. If you're a little out in front, you could then pull it to left center. But if you're trying and you're thinking pull the whole time, that's where you get yourself into trouble.
Well, Jarren Duran just took about 30 steps to his left and now way more towards the line with the 3-2 pitch coming. And he sawed him off. A sword to end the inning as Volpe couldn't commit. From 3-0 to a strikeout and a bark from Zach Kelly. The Yankees will strand 2.
97-mile-an-hour 2-seamer right on the corner. Volpe an emergency hack right on by.
ESPN Bet is the official sports book for sports fans. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with the code HOMERUN to get started today. Money line is close. Yankees minus 130 right now. Cruz is up in the pen. Rodon will start the 7th inning. And Garrett Whitlock is beginning to warm in the Boston bullpen. He has been Mr. Lights Out in the late innings, handing the ball to Chapman. Nate Eaton, Duran, and Rafaela for Boston. Eaton singled his last time up. Little bit of anxiety in the ballpark. Having had leads of 2-0 and 3-2. The Yankees now tied 3-3. They need a win to keep this series and season alive. Bullpen has been the Achilles heel for the Yankees all season long, and it certainly reared its head last night. And on 4 pitches, a walk to Nate Eaton. Left-handed hitting Duran is coming up.
This is probably Rodon's last hitter one way or another.
That one missed. The Red Sox are 1 for 6 with men on tonight. The Yankees have stranded 5 base runners. That looked a lot more than just a sliver of K-zone. Way inside, almost got him on the elbow.
I need a visit right now because 6 in a row. It's going to be hard to double up Duran if he puts it in play, but right now most likely he'll be taking here 2-0.
He's gone 2-0 to 4 the last 6, and that one goes all the way to the backstop. Rodon almost looks into his catcher to say, let's slow it all down, but a 3-0 count to Duran and the go-ahead run at second.
No visit from any of the infielders or his catcher.
He's trying to throw a sinker this particular inning and lost a complete feel for it. He's looking at his fingers, trying to get the feel of that two-seamer, and he's lost it.
And that one hit him. It'll be first and second. They're going to send Eaton back. And that would do it for Carlos Rodon as he nearly hit him on the prior pitch. He drills him there. 8 pitches and 8 balls.
Just completely lost the feel for the strike zone, for his pitches.
Eddie, what do you think the Red Sox are thinking with Rafaela coming up? Runners at first and second, and Cruz coming in.
Oh, you're putting the pressure. He's going to bunt. You got to make the defense play. You got to move those runners over. Alex Cora was so guard after Rafaela could have anything on.
We'll come back. Trouble brewing here for the Yankees with the Red Sox. 2 on, nobody out in the tie game. Fernando Cruz is the next pitcher for the New York Yankees, and a difficult spot to inherit. As Eduardo said, assumption is that Rafaela will put some pressure on him and lay a bunt down. There are the numbers for Cruz in 49 games in the regular season.
Fernando Cruz signed as a shortstop with the Kansas City Royals. Same scout that signed Carlos Beltran, Johnny Ramos, signed him. Couldn't hit, he could field. Then all of a sudden he discovered that splitter. They put him on the mound. Good fielding pitcher.
Ben Rice in the Anthony Rizzo position, about 40 feet from Rafaela, and charging if he squares, which he does, and Rice comes charging a home plate.
Now Rafaela, who when he bunts more for a base hit than he does for a sacrifice, never moved up on the plate towards the pitcher. Stayed back. He's got to shuffle his feet and give himself an opportunity.
It's hard to bunt a splitter. That was the first pitch. Let's see if they do it again.
Popped it up right to the former shortstop, who looked like a former shortstop the way he reacted after that catch. And Rafaela, who has been a hero in this series with his ability to draw walks, cannot lay the bunt down.
It's the movement on the pitch, another splitter. You can see him go, and then he kind of gets fooled on it. I mean, he's got fooled on a splitter. Watch the bat head way out in front. He's out in front trying to bunt.
Nick Sogard, big hit last night, ended up on second with that double. Masa Yoshida had that pinch hit single. He is in the on-deck circle. Ready to hit for Rob Refsnyder. Double play will get him out of the inning. Sogard sends one to left field, and Bellinger there to make the easy play, and Cruz comes in and gets 2 big outs. And now Masataka Yoshida.
Remember yesterday it was against Weaver. It was a 96-mile-per-hour pitch, fastball coming into pinch hit. Expect Cruz to go to the splitter first pitch.
2-run single last night, 7th inning pinch hitting on the first pitch he saw. That gave Boston the 2-1 lead. Yoshida missed nearly 100 games to start this season.
And this is why they got Cruz. Not only for the righties, but especially for the lefties with the splitter.
Cora said about Yoshida, it was about a month ago where he started to show up early for some extra hitting practice. It was then that Cora and the staff realized he feels good. He's healthy again. Not missed badly, 2-0. As mentioned, different pitcher, similar situation, different pitcher, and he jumped all over that fastball. Remember the difficulty Aaron Judge would have trying to throw home. 3 balls, no strikes. Trevor Story already with a homer on deck.
All runs driven in by Trevor Story in this game.
Turn him loose here?
No. Great 3-0 pitch, though, right on the outside corner. Not much Yoshida could have done with it if he had the green light.
Back to 3-2.
And probably back to the splitter here after 2 fastballs.
Cruz delivers this one to Chisholm. Diving play. Up he throws. Safe. The ball gets away from Rice, but not far enough. And Eden stays at third. Oof, a risk-reward play by Chisholm to make the throw. And Yoshida diving into first. The bases are loaded.
And the inexperience at first base almost cost the Yankees right there. First base, you have to know who's running down the line. You have to be able to keep the ball in front of you. Great extension and play by Jazz Chisholm. He keeps it down. But right then and there, you have to make sure that ball stays in front. Why? Because there's a runner that could easily score from third. They got lucky that ball didn't go far enough.
But Jazz Chisholm saves the run from scoring with a diving stab at second base.
If he could have kept on going, he would have scored easily. Was held up at third base, put his head down instead of keeping his eye on his coach and on the baseball.
Well, here is the plate appearance of the night. Trevor Story, bases loaded against Cruz. There was a time in his career where Story was as good a hitter as there was in the major leagues in his days as a Colorado Rocky. And a long-term deal to come to Boston to play in an environment like this. On a play, 1-1, a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. job behind the plate to block that one. Wells.
You can see Wells uses the glove, because that one's way out in front of home plate, and that's the toughest part for catchers. Do I go full block mode, or do I try to pick it? And Wells picks it.
Eaton at third, Duran at second, Yoshida at first. Story sends one high and deep to center field. Grisham on the track is there to make the play. And look at Fernando Cruz. They got Rafaela to pop it up to him to start the thing. And a 400-foot flyout with the bases loaded to end it.
PR es otra cosa. Fernando Cruz giving his team a chance. The bottom of the seventh. Here we go.
Jazz Chisholm saved a run by diving, and then he threw one to Rice. And the run likely should have scored. You watch the upper right, and the first base coach, Jose Flores, at that point waving Eaton in from third. He doesn't go, and the frustration on Flores is evident. And then Trevor Story hit one to the deepest part of this big ballpark. For a second, he was wondering, did I get enough? And Grisham on the track. It's 408 feet to dead center. Rodon hoping it stays. It did. And nobody had a better reaction than Fernando Cruz. What this game means to him and what that moment meant to him, hard to put into words. You can hear him saying, let's go.
I'll tell you this, though. He's done. He's done. What a job.
And what a play by Chisholm up the middle. So the Red Sox bring in one of their top two relievers. This is Garrett Whitlock. And if the Yankees are to score, they're going to have to do it against a guy who was as effective as anybody, especially at home. A 1.27 ERA in 31 games. Now on the road in 31 games, the ERA was over 3. It'll be 9-1-2 for the Yankees in the bottom of the seventh of a 3-3 game. A sinker, slider, changeup. 3-pitch pitcher. Against Whitlock, McMahon, a couple of hits, including a double. Grisham is 0 for 2, but Aaron Judge has got 2 home runs in his career against Whitlock as McMahon strikes out. Judge 4 for 12 with a couple of long balls. Eddie, as a hitter, when you know that you've had a guy and hit him out twice, how much does that play into your psyche?
Oh, the confidence is huge. And most likely he sees it really well out of his hand.
It's Grisham first. Whitlock misses outside with a changeup.
That ability that he's had all year when he does fall behind Whitlock 1-0 to be able to throw the changeup for a strike has been the equalizer.
A little number that's going to go foul.
The best I ever seen at it, Pedro Martinez. He fell behind. He can go to that secondary pitch and dominate with it.
Yeah, the overall command of that particular pitch, especially the left-handed batters, is so good because he can throw for a strike, and then he can just miss with it too to get a swing and a miss.
91 strikeouts during the regular season. He led the Red Sox in relief pitchers in innings and strikeouts. Ball pulled down the line, but hooking foul.
The one thing to obviously pay attention to is that this is old school baseball. We're going to play as many innings as it takes as this score stays tied. There will be no ghost runner on second base.
This one is pulled. It's going to be fair. Grisham will head to second base. Here's the throw, and he is in there with a double. He hooked one foul into the stands, and then he delivers the double off of Whitlock, who originally was selected by the Yankees, you'll remember, in the 18th round in 2017, and then Boston picked him up in the Rule 5 draft in 2020.
It's a great job of Grisham, who had seen several changeups already in this at-bat, to stay and keep it fair. The fourth changeup he sees, he's at second.
Aaron Judge is 4 for 4 in this series with men on base. He's 4 for 7 overall. Two hits tonight. First base open. They've challenged Judge all season long. Slider. And it is 0-2.
Well, Whitlock, last time he gave up a run was what, August 17th? September, he was stingy. 0 runs allowed. We're in October now.
Story with the bases loaded last half. Flies out to deep center. Judge, runner in scoring position in the bottom of the 7th. Called strike 3, 97. Right at the top of the zone. And Judge is gone. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Whitlock.
Classic backward style pitching. Soft stuff early and then freeze him with a fastball late.
Bellinger asked for time, and now he's back in.
Just in case they were relaying signs, Narvaez showed up, and he went away with the fastball.
8 straight strikes from Whitlock. That's a close one. He doesn't get the benefit of the call. But a handful of pitches right on the edges that have not gone the pitcher's way tonight. That's foul.
Tony Gonzalez right on the line at first base.
Whitlock has stranded each of the last 11 inherited runners. This one is on base because he gave up the double to Grisham. On a 1-2. Bellinger sky high. Eaton is under it. He'll make the play, and Whitlock, after giving up the double, got Aaron Judge looking, and then he gets Bellinger to fly out.
We get that fastball, freezing him for strike 3. Then you go after the other MVP to get him out. Whitlock, still perfect through a month and a half.
A reminder, Saturday we move to the Division Series round. Our friends at Fox and FS1 got the ALDS. Winner of this one goes to Toronto. Tigers and Guardians play game 3 tomorrow and then go to Seattle. TBS has the NLDS. Reds-Dodgers winner against the Phillies. The Brewers will host the winner of the Padres and Cubs. Devin Williams on to face Alex Bregman. We start the 8th. Williams has been like most of the bullpen arms, at times great and at times not so great. They need him to be great in this one. And that, of course, was what made him famous in Milwaukee. That changeup lands for a strike.
Strikeout rate is better than ever. Fastball command and the walk rate has been spotty at times.
Has it been his lack of command with the fastball? What have you guys seen?
That's exactly what we've seen throughout the course of the season, especially early in the year. He's much better lately in the latter part of the year. But it really does come down to fastball command, a 1-2 punch.
Back-to-back fastballs missed, and now a dangerous count against a good hitter. Bregman 3-1. Nathaniel Lowe is on deck for Boston.
Got the benefit of the doubt there. 3-1.
3-1 changeup.
It's a rare one, doesn't even make contact with the strike zone on the K zone. But he gets it 3-2. Eduardo, would you as a hitter think to yourself, I gotta sit changeup here because he hasn't been able to land the fastball?
No, as a hitter right here, I'm looking in the top part of the zone.
Okay.
Because if he does throw the fastball, I have to give myself a chance. And I can spit on the changeup down.
Back-to-back changeups on full count pitches.
And that's exactly what Bregman is doing. He is sitting fastball, adjusting to the changeup.
Eighth pitch of this at bat to the leadoff hitter in the top of the eighth. Another changeup, and that one is down. Bellinger makes a nice stab at it to keep Bregman at first. For the third consecutive inning, the Red Sox have got the leadoff man aboard. Another changeup.
Really good hitting by Bregman. He finally keeps one fair. He'd been yanking them foul, and Bellinger on this side. I mean, it looks like nothing, but getting there and getting that hop. If that gets by Bellinger right there, that is trouble.
Nathaniel Lowe. Pinch hitting for Romy Gonzalez. Another fastball that misses. Each team's offense putting pressure on the other team's pitchers. They haven't been able to punch one across. All sorts of traffic in the seventh. There is a strike on a fastball at 95 to Lowe. Lowe pinch hit in the seventh. He lined out, finished the game playing first base. Now he seems to have found the fastball.
That's huge for him because he needs to get the chase on the changeup, past the pitch, ahead in the count. Now he's not forced to go to that changeup in the zone.
34 regular season games with the Red Sox, 2 homers, a .280 batting average for Lowe. Back up the middle, fielded cleanly. He'll throw high to Volpe, and Anthony Volpe does a great job to come down on the base and make the throw to first to double up Lowe.
Anthony Volpe, who had a lot of criticism here in New York, has really turned it around the last 50 games. Good adjustment. Catch the ball first, land on that bag, and in one motion, throw the feed, a good feed back to Rice.
Next up, Carlos Narvaez, 2 down in the 8th. Ball 1 low. Another one who's got some Yankees in his blood, Narvaez, traded by New York to Boston. 15 home runs during the regular season as Williams pitches ahead 1-2.
Yet to get a swing and miss on that changeup.
Talk about the variance. That was always the most impressive part to watch Williams. He throws the changeup at 83, but he has 96, 97 in his arm from a fastball perspective. Whoa, full there, and that one almost hit Eaton, who had a dive out of the way of the flying bat. He is slow to get up. You don't see that very often. But Narvaez fooled badly, and Eaton had to hit the deck. Take a look at that when we come back to the bottom of the. Ben Rice will lead things off here for the New York Yankees against Garrett Whitlock. Nathaniel Lowe will stay in at first base. Rice a homer and then a line out to right. You take a look at the StatCast powered by Google Cloud, and then a sub 50-mile-an-hour single went the other way to third on a broken bat. Big swing there at 95. Rice, Giancarlo Stanton, Jazz Chisholm.
All Yankee farmhands right now on the mound, behind the plate, and with the bat.
Good pitch, good take.
Eaton stays in right field. That bat that was lost actually did get him. Take a look, and this is dangerous. Watch the bottom left of your screen. The bat, it alters direction and sends Eaton to the ground. He's been flexing his arm out there in right field. Another good take on a slider from Rice.
After that happened, Carl, he got back to the dugout. Alex Cora pointed to an athletic trainer to check him out, but Eaton just ran out to the outfield.
He got Rice on a changeup. Garrett Whitlock's nastiness continues here tonight.
It's as good as it gets right here. I mean, look at the grip and watch the location, the movement, perfectly located. That thing is a strike the whole way until the very end.
Well, from one dangerous hitter to another. Giancarlo Stanton had one up in the zone. He fouled it straight back. Stanton hitless so far in the series. Awkward swing on a slider.
Last night, Chapman threw 24 pitches to be able to get 4 outs.
On the ground, and it's Story. Stanton 0 for 4 tonight.
And Alex Cora, who's in that dugout right now, writing whatever he can, thinking, okay, we score, it's Chapman in the bottom of the 9th. Whitlock has locked it down so far for an inning and 2/3.
Whitlock featuring 3 above average pitches with command.
Jazz makes it 5 in a row that have swung at the first pitch for Whitlock. Game 3, if there is one tomorrow night, all the chips being pushed to the center of the table by Cora. The rookie pitcher expected to start. There he is, only early.
You know, every left-handed hitter that did not start yesterday has been able to get on base, do something offensive to impact this ball game. The only one that hasn't, Jazz Chisholm, 2-2.
Both the team's closers are warming in their respective bullpens. Whitlock for his career had been a starter, trying to stay healthy. They moved him to the bullpen, and he issues the walk to Chisholm.
Now you have elite speed at first base. Jazz Chisholm.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
Struck out with the cheap seats. Important things aren't worth compromising. At Farmers, we offer both quality insurance and great savings. Here, take mine.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Manley goes out to the mound and talk with Whitlock. Last September, Whitlock went to Cora and said, I have an idea. I want to prolong my career. I think I can help you in the bullpen. And Cora's reaction was, love that idea. Need you to be healthy and can use you in the bullpen. He has been as effective a weapon as there's been in baseball. The Yankees trying to touch him for the first time in a long time that he would give up a run. The Yankees have done their damage tonight. Both their rallies started with 2 outs, and all 4 series runs have come with 2 outs.
Whitlock not especially quick to home plate. He's got a pretty big leg kick. If Chisholm gets a read, he should go.
31 steals for Jazz. That missed pretty badly on a changeup. And Whitlock nods his head. Says, let me have the ball back. It's 2 balls and no strikes. All over it, but foul.
Yeah, sinker in. Look, the reality is you got Volpe on deck. Whitlock doesn't have to give in. Can play the matchup. You prefer to get Wells to chase.
Last time Whitlock threw this many pitches was June 23rd, 42 of them against the Angels. He did go that time, and we are full. He is rested. The multiple innings was certainly part of what Cora expected out of him tonight.
Surprised the outfield hasn't taken a few steps back with 2 outs, 3-2 right here, especially with Chisholm on the go.
The 3-2 fouled off. Went with a 95-mile-an-hour sinker. in? Do you set him up for a changeup away?
I would.
7th pitch of the at-bat coming to Austin Wells. And he lines one into right field. Fair ball! Chisholm to third. He's being waved. Eaton coming home. Here's the throw. He's safe! And the Yankees have a lead on Austin Wells' single. And the speed of Chisholm. A bang-bang play and a great throw from Eaton.
Tell you what, ball right on the corner. Nothing you can do if you're Eaton. Throw it in. You cannot replace speed. And Jazz Chisholm able to go with 2 outs on the pitch. Change up, beautiful slide. A 2-out rally. Set up. All via the walk.
First run allowed by Whitlock in 14 games. And all these runs the Yankees have scored in this series have come with 2 outs.
Getting the count to 3-2 and allowing Chisholm to get a running lead was the key.
Well, if the Yankees hang on and win, Jazz Chisholm is the star of the game. He saved a run defensively, and he creates a run with his tremendous speed. On a liner, it's by a diving Story. And you certainly have to wonder, given the amount of pitches that Whitlock has thrown, Alex Cora is hoping somehow they can get a run off Bednar, because it's unlikely you'll see Whitlock back-to-back nights with near 45 pitches.
I'm wondering right now if you actually take Whitlock out.
Yeah.
And I don't care that there are right-handed hitters on the bench. You have the lead, your best defensive players at the plate, and you are not going to pinch hit for McMahon.
Pitch number 45 from Whitlock.
We talk about the impact of Jazz Chisholm and how he changes the dynamic of this lineup. We saw it with the defense, and now appreciate the base running. The aggressiveness, the slide to the outside part of the plate gives the Yankees some hope going into the top of the ninth.
You have to think this is the last hitter that he will face, regardless of the outcome. Pitch 30 of the inning, and he missed inside with a walk to load the bases. And here comes Alex Cora. He has been locked down, as Eduardo has talked about, for the entire month of September and back into August. But the Yankees, their patience at the plate, they're forcing the pitch count up. Finally, they break through on an Austin Wells shot down the line in right. Eaton did an amazing job fielding it bare hand, good throw, but the speed of Jazz Chisholm and that oven mitt of his crossing home, putting the Yankees on top. They look to add to it when we come back with the bases loaded and totally in for the Boston Red Sox. Well, Alex Cora, of course, went to his bullpen in the third tonight, and he is just about exhausted every arm. And Aroldis Chapman had warmed up and got hot 2 times. It's still a 1-run game, but they are loaded right now for Trent Grisham. And the first pitch is called a ball.
Could have gone the other way as well.
Frustration on the Red Sox side as Grisham swings big and misses. Red Sox had been 8 for their last 8 in the postseason when they had a chance in a clinching game to end it.
Close pitch.
Yeah, there have been a couple of them in this plate appearance. And if you were asking the animation of K-Zone, they'd both be strikes. Two, and this one is out of play. Ryan Baio went 2 1/3, and then it was a steady stream of Wilson and Slayton, Matz, Kelly, Whitlock, and now Tolley. Full count, 3-2. The other story for the Yankees, with 2 outs tonight, they are 6 for 12 and scored 4 runs. Everybody will be moving. That means Wells, Volpe, and McMahon. And a high chopper to second base, Sogard. And Tolley will get his job done, but the Yankees use the speed of Chisholm and the RBI from Wells to go to the 9th, leading by 1. It's Bednar time. Two incredibly intense games, just what you'd expect from the Yankees and Red Sox in the postseason. And this wild card series between these two has not disappointed. A phenomenal game last night, bases loaded, nobody out. The Red Sox hang on. Here's Bednar now trying to hold on for the Yankees. Wilyer Abreu will pinch hit. The Yankees 32-1 when leading entering the 9th, facing postseason elimination. Bednar's first pitch misses. The loss was in Game 7 of the 0-1 World Series. Paul Goldschmidt playing first base now. Lands that one. Abreu is a tremendous defensive player, but he also has some pop. 22 home runs on the season.
3-pitch mix from Bednar: fastball, splitter, and a curveball.
Big swing right there to try to tie it. 98-mile-an-hour sinker.
He uses his curveball to get strikes when he needs it, and the splitter to finish off lefties when he's trying to strike him out.
The bullpen has been a good story tonight. 2 innings, just 2 hits, and no runs. count goes full.
If he does reward to get on base, most likely it will be Hamilton running for Abreu.
And he delivered a 97-mile-an-hour heater to strike out Wilyer Abreu.
He stayed away. He made sure that he elevated that 97 miles per hour pitch. Abreu trying to pull it, swings right under it.
You got to throw a strike. And he did. Right on by.
To avoid another Dave Roberts situation with Hamilton trying to steal second. Strike one to Duran. That was in the 0-4 series in which Roberts stole second. They ended up winning in that come from behind 3-0 deficit, but no base runner on first to get Hamilton in the game. And Duran behind 0-2. Aaron Boone stuck with Carlos Rodon after going out to the mound. He gave him 6 innings, allowed 3 earned runs. He thought about it, but he was able to hold up. A really good take from Duran and a curveball.
From 0-2 to 3-2.
He's never hit a home run in this ballpark.
Out of play. 16 of them on the regular season. Duran, of course, involved in one of the key plays tonight, trying to chase that ball down in left that went off his glove. The Yankees grabbed a 3-2 lead. Another payoff pitch from Bednar. Called strike 3, froze him. 98 back-to-back punch-outs, 1 out away from forcing a game 3.
First one was swinging, Coney. The second one on the inside part of the plate, just a run, arm side run to freeze Duran. Heck of a pitch. Calls coming from everywhere.
And now Rafaela. Off speed, way out in front of a curveball. Guys that didn't play last night, Rice and Chisholm, had a monumental impact on this one. And now Bednar trying to close it. And this one is driven to right. Judge going back, still back, right there at the wall. And redemption for the Yankees. They win it 4-3, and there will be a game 3 in this wild card series.
Never a doubt.
What a difference a night makes.
A little bit of a hold your breath moment there.
For sure.
But yes, the Yankees did what they had to do.
How about the bullpen? Yesterday, highly criticized.
Yeah.
And it was tonight where it was Cruz, Williams, and then Bednar able to shut the door down.
3 innings, just 2 hits. Story hit one 400 feet. That one right to the wall when the big man is out there to catch it. And a fist pump for him. The lefties were back in the lineup, and the Yankees were able to get a victory. The Rice homer, Chisholm's glove and base running, and then the big one that allowed Jazz to score all the way from first as he was on the move on a 3-2 pitch. And Austin Wells delivered. Exactly what you'd expect from a Yankees and Red Sox series. What a special first 2 games. And tomorrow night should be fascinating. Not sure how the Red Sox scheduled their pitching. And it's a kid going for the Yankees.
Turn the rookies loose. Baptism by fire.
Buster, you ready? Go ahead.
All right, Jazz, what was that like to play in?
I mean, it was a lot of fun. I mean, it came down to the wire. Last pitch, last batter, you know. But we just kept on fighting and we prevailed.
All right, walk us through this score tied, 3-2 count. You're on first base. What's your thought process?
Any outfielder moves to the left or right, I got to score. That's all I was thinking. Hard from me, left his leg up to all the way around the bases.
All right, as you're rounding the bases, what are you seeing?
What am I seeing? Just a blur. I didn't see anything. I was just going.
All right. Trevor Story hits that long fly ball to center field. Off the bat, what did you think?
Fly out. It's Yankee Stadium, so that's a fly out.
2 outs, 9th inning, Rafaela. Long fly ball.
Fly out. I just know, I played here for the last year and a half. I kind of know the stadium now.
1-1 going to game 3. How you feeling?
Feel great. I always tell you guys, I always trust my guys and think that we can do whatever. So right now, all I can say is, I feel like we're going to win game 3.
Yes, thanks. Carl, back to you.
What an interesting interview there with Jazz, who knows the yard, he knows excitement, and we're going to have a game 3.
You think Cincinnati can make it 4 for 4?
You'll see. We'll see next. It's the Dodgers and the Reds. We have 3 game 3s tomorrow. You can hear Buster say that was fun. It sure was. For Eduardo Perez, David Cohen, Buster Olney.
God bless you. Double pro. I'm on this sound fairly no. DJ Softy man. I'm on you be. You don't know. Sugar. Love what you give to me. It's sweet past you got cane. I not go like you dey hide me past okay. See the way she just the wine. She the one pass up piano do. I swear to God, now she dey do me do. Comforting, give me love again. Give me love again. If you give me love again, I will never throw away. Comforting, give me love again. Give me love again. If you don't give me love again, you go make me go insane. Comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting reloki me. Yeah, combo no be reisa. Yeah, comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting reloki me. My baby too fine, no, now so she dey beautiful. Anytime I see her face, you, I go just tell a fool. Now because of you, my guys them they call me big fool. Big fool, man. See the way she soft to you, she be like foo. Comforting, give me love again. Give me love again. If you give me love again, I will never throw away. Comforting, give me love again. Give me love again. If you don't give me love again, it gon' make me go insane. Comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting reloki me. Yeah, combo no be reisa. Yeah, comforting, yeah. Yeah, comfort your mama no more so. Yeah, comforting
Как тяжко мертвецу среди людей, живым и страстным притворяться. Но надо в общество втираться, скрывая для карьеры лязг костей. Живые спят, мертвец встает из гроба, и в банк идет, и в суд идет, в сенат. Чем ночь белее, тем чернее злоба, и перья торжествующе скрипят. Мертвец весь день трудится над докладом, присутствие кончается, и вот нашептывает он, виляя задом, сенатору скабрезный анекдот. Уж вечер мелкий дождь зашлепал грязью прохожих и дома и прочий вздор, а мертвеца к другому безобразию с крыши ощущений несет таксомотор. Как тяжко мертвецу среди людей, живым и страстным притворяться. Но надо в общество втираться, скрывая для карьеры лязг костей. Живые спят, мертвец встает из гроба, и в банк идет, и в суд идет, и в сенат. Чем ночь белее, тем чернее злоба, и перья торжествующе скрипят. Мертвец весь день трудится над докладом, присутствие кончается, и вот нашептывает он, виляя задом, сенатору скабрезный анекдот. Уж вечер мелкий дождь зашлепал грязью прохожих и дома и прочий вздор, а мертвеца к другому безобразию с крыши ощущений несет таксомотор.
Когда вы стоите на моем